Well, there was a woman that ended up going to the museum, the one that's dedicated for the people that were lynched here in this country. And I definitely have to take a tour of that particular museum and see if they allow our cameras in there just to show you some things. But there's 8 instances that this particular person is showing, and we'll roll the clip, but we want to expound on these things because now the agenda is, well, let's hide our history. Let's get rid of the books. Let's call our history critical race theory, and that way we're going to use that to get rid of what we've done to black people. You understand? But let's go ahead and roll this clip.
I want you all to hear 8 out of thousands of reasons black people were lynched, according to the Equal Justice Initiative's report of reported lynchings. John Stoner was lynched in Dawes, Louisiana in 1909 for suing the white man who killed his cow. Frank Dodd was lynched in DeWitt, Arkansas in 1916 for annoying a white woman. Ernest Green and Charlie Lang, both 14, were lynched in Shibuya, Mississippi in 1942 after a white girl said they were threatening. Oliver Moore was lynched in Edgecombe County, North Carolina in 1930 for frightening a white girl. Henry Patterson was lynched in Mobile, Florida in 1926 for asking a white woman for a drink of water. Elizabeth Lawrence was lynched in Birmingham, Alabama in 1933 for reprimanding white children who threw rocks at her. Jesse Thornton was lynched in Laverne, Alabama in 1940 for addressing a white police officer without the title Mr. A black construction worker was lynched at Camp Blanding, Florida in 1941 for insisting that a white co-worker return his shovel.
Now, you saw those 8 reasons, but let's really go into them. So the first one we saw was a black person was suing a white man that killed his cow. A cow was very important to black people because a lot of us are farmers. We were raising cattle, doing different things that we were doing with our livestock. And because a black person said, oh, hey, I'm going to sue them for killing my cow, they decided to get a rope and hang them. Think about that for a minute. They do something to a black person, and they trying to fight back, and this is what they do to the black person. They don't want you knowing the true history and what they done to black people. And people throughout the world who are watching, I know many of you watch on the continent of Africa, many of you watch in different European countries, Canada. Shout out to y'all. I've been getting a lot of Canadians writing me ever since I've done that video. I've had one particular sister reach out, say she would love to start talking about the racism of Canada. I told her, hey, we welcome it. But let us know, right? But people in Latin America, any place in the world, y'all need to know their history and what they've done to black Americans. Second thing, they said that a person was lynched for annoying a white woman. So just because she felt annoyed, hey, that person needed to be strung up. The next one, 2 black people were strung up after a white girl said they're threatening. Not that they did anything, that I just perceive you as a threat, so your life need to be taken. That's the same thing that happens today. They say, oh, hey, they look threatening, so I shot through the door. Oh, they look threatening, so I'm going to shoot them 18 times being a police officer. Nothing has changed with that. Another one, frightening a white girl. She's frightened, so that black person need to lose their life. This is what they've done to black people, and this is what they want to hide. So when we talk about reparations, we need to go ahead and tell all of American history that they're trying to hide. Oh, yeah, you owe reparations. Because a lot of these people that you was taking their life was business owners. And that's one of the main people that always pissed you off about the black community. Any black business owner who was successful. You hated that with a passion. Another one, asking a white woman for a drink of water. So asking a white woman for a drink of water deserves your life to be taken.
Henry Patterson was lynched in Mobile, Florida in 1926 for asking a white woman for a drink of water.
This is why I tell y'all in the podcast the other night, they are in the crosshairs of an angry God. Because look at what they did to God's people. Asking for a drink of water. When has anyone done that to them? Nobody. This is why China say, well, how you going to tell us about democracy and look at how you treat black people? Black people will always be their Achilles heel until they do right by black people. Every country could tell them that. Another one, reprimanding white children that threw rocks at them. So you couldn't tell these little hellions not to throw rocks at you, and because you said it, now you got to go. Another one we saw there, addressing a white cop without the title Mr.
Jesse Thornton was lynched in Laverne, Alabama in 1940 for addressing a white police officer without the title Mr.
So you didn't say Mr. to the cop, so now your life got to be taken. And the last one, insisting a white coworker return your shovel. Just insisting it, your life needs to be taken. And they said there's thousands of reasons. And that's why I definitely got to put that on my list to go there so I can compile these reasons and go more into it. Because when you read these, you listen to these reasons as we were just talking about them, there's no reason at all anybody should have lost their life off of any of that. But this is what they were doing to our people. Then they want to get mad when we talk about reparations. They want to get mad when we talk about racism. They want to get mad when we talk about white supremacy. Look at what you've done to black people. That's why we're so turned up about any little thing that you got going on, because we know that it's always costing us our lives in this country. Then they got the nerves to tell you, you stop being a victim. Stop being a victimizer. And black people stop being victims. It's just that simple. But they don't want to hear these stories that their people did this to black people, wholesales in American history. They want you to forget all of this. They want you to forget that our people lost their life behind insisting a white coworker return a shovel. They want you to forget that. They want you to forget that asking a white woman for a drink of water deserves that black person's life to be taken. That's what they want you to forget. They say, let it go. It's in the past. Why you guys keep talking about it? We don't know everything that happened in the past. That's why we got to continue to research. And you didn't make it right. Because if you made it right, you'll pay reparations. And come up with an anti-black hate crime law, right? That way you know, say,
reparations that the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible are going to receive from the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, through his son, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, is these Edomite devils being put into slavery for 1,000 years, right? Let's see if we can find that biblical scripture right quick. Oh, yeah. Y'all didn't see that one, did you? Wow. Don't want you to see that one. That's crazy. Whatever. Let's see. Let's go to Revelation 13 and 9. Right? If any man hath an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Now, we all know that the Edomite devils brought all Israelites on all continents into captivity. We know that, right? He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Now, we know from Genesis chapter 27, verse 39. As a matter of fact, I'll just go over there and prove that. Genesis 27. Alrighty. I'll just do it like that. How's that? 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, let's go. Let's start up. Right? Let's start at Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept like a bitch, right? Because he sold his birthright, as it is written in Genesis 25, right? Right? He sold his birthright for one morsel of meat. Here it is. Let's start here at Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, Rebekah, Isaac's wife, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. One people shall be stronger than the other, Jacob, and the other people, Esau, and the elder Esau shall serve the younger, Jacob. Right? When her days were to be delivered, were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. They were fraternal twins, not identical. Right? The first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and thus his name was called Esau. And after that his brother came out. Why didn't it go into a descriptive mannerism or a description of what Jacob looked like? Because everybody looked like Jacob, and Jacob looked like Negroes. Okay? Let's see. Let's go and see if I can find me a picture. Okay, of what Jacob looked like, for you, just in case, right? Okay. Aha, there's one. Okay, see? There you go. Jacob is on the right hand of the screen, and Esau is on the left hand of the screen. Okay? We see that? See? What does it say? 2 nations separated at birth. Genesis 25 and 25. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And verse 26. And after that his brother came out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Okay, that's them, right? 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of, the wicked, is in rulership of the world right now with this giant great reset that want to destroy every goddamn thing. What do they call it? Power grid attacks, and going to blame it on blacks and Latinos and white supremacists. These Edomite devils actually had the unmitigated audacity to put blacks and Latinos and white supremacists together in the same sentence. I mean, you motherfuckers, man. Hey, okay, real talk. The Most High God is finna kill a lot of these devils, right? Okay. And the boys grew. Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. And, okay, here it is, Genesis 25 and 29. And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore his name was called Edom, which means red, or in reference to bloodshed, right? And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright. This is what Esau said, verse 32. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? But they say we stole it. We didn't steal a goddamn thing. Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright. He didn't have to. He did it because that's what he wanted to do. And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he sware unto him. Okay, because the law, statutes, and commandments and precepts of the Most High God at that time were oral. They weren't written down on tablets of stone. Moses wasn't born yet. Okay, Joseph wasn't born yet, that went into captivity in Egypt and ended up running the place. Okay, as a blessing from the Most High God, because he was wronged by his 11 brothers. Right? Okay. And he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob and gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat, drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Okay? Now, back to 27. Go back down here where we were at. Okay. Genesis 27:39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, the Grecian captivity, the dew of heaven from above, the Roman captivity. Okay. And by thy sword shalt thou live, the American captivity, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, where he has the dominion here in the American captivity, the whore of Babylon, Babylon the Great, the whore that rides atop the beast, EU, the European Union, the European Economic Community, and NATO, the North Atlantic Trade Organization, that are currently at odds with the Medes and Persians all over again, okay? Iran and Russia, okay? With thermonuclear threats being aimed at America, okay? We all know that the Moabites, Moab, has thermonuclear missiles in Cuba. They have they're coming up from Mexico, okay? They're also, you have the Canadian border, you have the eastern and western part of the United States, where you have warships sitting in the ocean waiting 100 miles out from each of the borders of America, waiting to invade. Okay, you also have troops that are in America that are invading major cities: Philadelphia, New York, Dallas, major cities. Okay, all of that shit, real talk. Okay, and because I just put two videos up on my channel concerning that, right? And by thy sword shalt thou live, and serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob. Here it is. That's the reason why these bastards have a perpetual hatred for us. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Let's go to Ezekiel 35. Okay. Boom. Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, the transatlantic slave trade, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Today, our iniquity has had an end. That's the reason why they're seeing all these unidentified aerial phenomena, which are the chariots of the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right? Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. How? Back to Revelation 13. This is how he's going, blood shall pursue thee. If any man hath an ear, let him hear. Revelation 13:9. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. What is patience? The sufferings of the saints. Who are the saints? What is faith? The substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, right? Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. What is this patience? Sufferings. You just saw the video of the sufferings that we're going through and have went through and are going to go through again in Jacob's trouble because of these devils and because of our own disobedience of keeping the commandments and laws and statutes of the Most High God in heaven that chose us, like it says in Isaiah 14. Uh-oh, I misspelled it, didn't I? Ooh. Verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. Who are these strangers? These are Israelite foreigners that have been scattered due to the Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 64 curse that Moses had put on the children of Israel after the death of Moses, saying that if they would continue to commit sin, that the Most High God would be a curse be put on them by the Most High God, where they would go into captivity and be scattered throughout all the nations, and they would have all kinds of diseases, and they would have all kinds of hardship. This is the patient Okay, and the faith that the Most High God will redeem them from the earth of the saints. Who are the saints? Let's go back over here to Psalms 148. Salams. What the hell? I'm sorry, y'all. I misspelled it. Boom. Okay. Boom. Here it is. Isaiah or Psalms 148. He exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints. Pay attention. Even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him, praise ye the Lord. Now you know, as you just saw a picture of what Jacob looks like, right? You know what Jacob looks like, see? This is what Jacob looks like. Looks like a Negro, correct? Right? So now you know what Israelites look like. What does it say? Let's read that. Father of the Israelites. Jacob, father of the Israelites. Wow. Interesting, eh? Okay. Esau, the so-called white man, the wicked of the earth. Right? Father of the Edomites. Okay? Are we clear, kids? Did we just pick that up? Oh my God! We're finished! Yes, you are, Edomite devil. The Most High God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, is coming to finish you off. Okay? It's not our fault. It's yours. Okay? Now, let's go back to, right. Okay. So, let's go back to the video and let the brother finish.
And come up with an anti-black hate crime law, right? That way you know, say, listen, never again will black people be attacked like that in this country. So we're going to enshrine laws to protect black people. Because I feel like the Jewish community, all that, never again. Black men losing their life because a white woman say, oh, they look threatening. You understand? Don't you ever listen to them people talking about we should forget our history. We shouldn't talk about it. We should let it go. Oh, it's critical race theory. No, we're going to talk about our history, our people, our ancestors. It is horrible what our people went through in this country. Horrible. They didn't deserve any of that.
Yes, we did. Okay. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Okay. Yes, we did. Hold on, brother. Hold on. You're going too far. Deuteronomy 28. Okay. Oh, Salakia. Let's go in here. Okay, Salakia, where was I at? All right. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation, the Edomites, which neither nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. Right? And thou shalt become an astonishment. Right? Because everybody's astonished at the amazing abilities of these so-called niggers. Right? This is what these Edomites devils do. They call us all of these racial epithets, proverbs, and bywords, right? Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee, right? Now, let's see. Now, where was that other one? What was it at? 64, I think it was, right? Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, Cicere Borgia, a.k.a. Serapis Christus, a.k.a. Jesus Christ, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And among these nations thou shalt find no ease, which brings us back into what happened to us in our patience of captivity, right? Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing eyes and sorrow of mind. Let's go back into why. Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Why? Because thou servedst not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Here we go. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle. Now, what nation do you know that has the eagle as their national monument, their national mascot, right today? America! Oh my God, I can't Exactly. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. When we first got over here and changed, we didn't understand that. We understood Hebrew. We didn't understand English. What the hell was that? A nation of fierce countenance, which shalt not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Right? See? So, yeah, we deserve
But the people that actually built the country. And that's the things that black people got was that. These people were demonic savages. And to this day, they still are.
Okay.
Because they ain't stopped killing people.
Nope.
And nothing that stopped. Go ask people in Iran and in Iraq and Afghanistan and, go ask different countries in the African continent. Go ask Latin American countries. Go ask Asian
Yoke of iron,
countries.
see it?
They ain't stopped. No time soon. But let me know what y'all think about, these reasons. And nothing that stopped. Go Latin American countries.
Boom. Let's look at this yoke of iron. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what the yokes of iron looks like. Alrighty. See the chains around our neck, hands, and feet, until the Most High God hath destroyed thee. Remember I just said that? Remember the Bible just said that? Okay.
Go ask Asian countries. They ain't stopped. No time soon. But let me know what y'all think about, these reasons here why black people lost their lives.
Okay. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth, who rule well, as it is written. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad throughout the four winds. Shalom.